Well, folks, we got another beautiful fall morning here on this Monday. It's about 8:15 in the morning, so it looks like we're gonna have another nice day out. Anyways, over the past 2 days this weekend, I ended up bringing home some more Gravely stuff again. And I also bought this other tractor, which is number 16 in the collection. So to start off with, it is a mutt tractor. It's all pieced together, but the tag on it is from an early Model C, and the first C's were built with leftover L stuff. That's why it has the Model LC there. And it's a 1966. It's got a 7.6 horse engine, straight plug. It rolls over really stiff, and I haven't got it running yet. Doesn't have spark. Needs the points cleaned and everything. It's got the gear reduction wheels, and the tires and wheels are the wrong size, but someone turned them outside to the outside so they work, and I'll probably keep them on there because the rubber is actually not too bad. It's just really dirty. But this is the 5th set of these things I got. It's got the starter on it, starter chain, and the handlebars are kind of funny on them too, because you can see how they downsize right here. So I don't know if that's a later model Gravely thing that they did or what. It's got a good exhaust manifold on it, and it's got a decent looking carburetor on it, but I pulled off this jet and it had some crust fall out of it, so it's probably got some junk in it, so I'll have to clean that out. It's got a nice oil pressure gauge, and it had a governor on it, which is right now in the garage. I had to take it off because it was full of crap, and I'll clean that up. It's got a super convertible hood, and I'm not too sure of the model of the transmission. I've tried to pull this thing. It is very, very hard to pull and really hard to push. So it might be an LS in disguise, which I think would be pretty cool with gear reduction wheels. Or it just might be stiff from sitting, because the man said it hadn't started up in about 10 years now, so it's been sitting for quite some time. I also got a bunch more parts. I finally got around to buying my leaf mulcher from another guy, and I got the part for the rear, and then I got the shroud for the front, so I'm all set for this fall. The leaves start falling. And as for parts, I got a ton of handlebars and shift rods. I got 5 fan cowlings, 1 L hood, box of miscellaneous parts and stuff. I got a head and clutch and camshafts, a couple of those, exhaust intake, and I got another box of parts. I got a bunch of clutches, and down below there's a lot of the old style spring-loaded valve covers, these pieces for the handlebars, side shrouds for the engine, there's a drive shaft, and figures of all things. I got another governor bracket and figures. I only got one side of a split hitch, and the figures it's in nice shape too, but that's okay. And in the other box here, I also got 2 more carburetors, another muffler, which is kind of small, but it'll work, another oil bath air cleaner, magneto coupler, some long engine bolts, and 2 more head shrouds I think is down there, and another dry type air cleaner, which is missing the top, but that's okay. Still works. Yeah, head engine shroud, and I think another side engine shroud. So that's always good to have those. Carburetors, I'll have to see if I can't get those cleaned up at some point. And I had also picked up these real cheap. This is a 48-inch Gravely plow, which someone had cut down for like a sidewalk or something. It's another 106 drive deck, and the back of it you can see is just really bad, so I'll probably cut all that apart. I'll make a new thing for the back, a new guard, and for the side, on one of my decks someone used nice heavy-duty C-channel, and I'll probably use that for the side because it won't bang up as much and it won't dent like this one has. And I also got, before I forget, a nice pair of old style L tires and wheels. It's got the old style hubs on it and the old style tires, like the gear reduction wheel tires. And these are in really nice shape. They hold air, and they're not really cracked or dry rotted or anything. And I got 2 of them, and they are actually backwards from each other. One of them has to get turned around, but other than that, they're not in too bad a shape. Well, and I also picked up a couple more spare transmissions and parts machines and stuff. So to start with, I got this one here, and it's not in too bad shape. It's got the electric starter belt pulley on it, which is nice because I'm missing one of those. So I got that back. It also has the exhaust manifold. Unfortunately, it was broken here, and I really can't fix it, which is too bad. And the jug's not in bad shape. It does have a broken bolt, but it broke up the top, which is nice. So if I can get the head off without snapping that bolt, I should be able to save it. And it was used really hard at one point. It's got the rear hitch on it, which is another Selkie ball. Like I really need another one of those figures. And it's also got a oil filter setup, and it's got nice hubs on it. They're in really good shape, and they're not real rusty, which is good. It's got another battery tray, which is kind of bent up, but it is salvageable, and another oil filler cap, which I'm not too sure whether it's rotted through or not. And it's got a good transmission case. It still has oil in it, so the rust has been kept down. I think it's been inside for most of the time. And I also got another 7.6 horse engine, which, once again, I got another electric starter pulley, and you can't really see it that well, but it is a 7.6 horse. It's got the 7.6 horse jug, but it doesn't have the 7.6 horse head because it's got the slanted plug head on it. And it's also missing the valve lifter and the cover from the side on the exhaust side of the engine. So I have some more of those, which I'm sure I can replace that. And I also picked up this transmission here, which is pretty plain Jane one, not much to it. It's got a broken hub, and it's got one good hub. And I'm going to take this one off today. This is going to go on the Model LS. And then maybe, if time allows, later on this week, I'm going to do a video of the Model LS with the rotary plow, doing some fall tilling in the garden, just turning under all the old junk from this year. So that's another transmission, and another rotary plow. And this is an old style too. It's got nice spoked wheels. They both spin. Unfortunately, the drive housing is seized, so I'm going to have to split that apart or get some oil in there. It's been sitting out for a while because it's all covered in that green mildew sort of junk, and the clutch is okay shape. It actually moves some. I think the shaft moves, but the ring gear inside of here is all stuck up. So I'll have to see if I can't get that freed up at some point. So anyways, that's just a couple more attachments and more Gravely stuff that I brought home over the weekend.